Yes. Yeah, I am. You know, there's like millions and millions and millions and millions of conditioned souls in the material world. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give such a valuable treasure to give them relief from that material existence. And Srila Prabhupada came to distribute that treasure. And only a small number of people, really, have gathered around him who could serve him by spreading that treasure. And for those people, or some of those people, to spend their time in controversies that are needless, that are groundless, that are baseless, is such a loss to the world, such a loss to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement, and such a gain for Maya. Why should you be preaching? Why should you be spreading this? Why should you be going out there and bringing new people to Krishna when you could get on the internet and fight with one another about whether there were one editor or two editors, about whether 5 people saw it or 7 people saw it, about whether there was a vote or there wasn't a vote, about whether it should be singular or plural or comma or no comma. Is that what Prabhupada had in mind for us? Is that our mission in life? And it's not only Bhagavad Gita, but on so many things. You know, the internet is like one big clothesline. The images of, you know, I suppose it's a sexist image, but of, you know, women hanging out the laundry, and while they're there, you know, they're talking to one another. Did you hear about what happened with Georgia, with Peggy Sue? Oh no, really? Yeah, I heard it myself. Oh yeah, well that's nothing compared to what happened with Betty Jean and this and that. And they're, you know, hanging out talking and spending the afternoon. And the internet has become like that. If you don't control your mind, if you don't control your senses, if you're not focused, you get on the internet and you're talking about this scandal and that scandal, and somebody writes something, you got to write an answer, and on and on and on and on, and throwing out another ballistic missile. And what is it except the material energy getting the best of us? Is this what Prabhupada had in mind for us? There's a story that back in the 70s, there was a machine, a kind of telex machine, that we installed in Los Angeles at the BBT, which allowed us to communicate with our printer in Japan, Dynapan. These were the days when telephone calls were hugely expensive, when letters took, you know, weeks and weeks and weeks, when telegrams were difficult. And this way you could essentially have telegrams going right from office to office with this little machine. And you could type in and it would be there instantaneously. So there was one in Los Angeles, there was one in New York where we had another press installation, and we used to communicate with our printers. And someone suggested to Srila Prabhupada, wouldn't it be a good idea to install these in all our major centers, so that the centers could be in close communication? And Srila Prabhupada said, no, they will simply use it for gossip, for prajalpa. And that was the primitive telex machine. The internet is the prajalpa addict's dream.